What's up, everyone? Welcome. Manchester United watch along. Man United versus Everton. I'm going to take this out because I don't actually need that at the moment. But it's going to be an interesting game today. Going to be a very interesting game. Not too sure who's going to get the better of this one. I won't lie to you. Is that Leon Osman? It is. Everton legend, you could say. Everton legend, you could indeed say, is Mr. Osman. You could say he's a bit of a legend. I think it'll be a close game. I think we'll beat. I put my prediction to be 2-1. But you just never know, United, do you? You just never know. But a feeling, I got a feeling, you got a heavy soul. Everton lineup is pretty good. It's a pretty strong team from Everton. Pretty much their full starting 11 minus injuries. Hello, Simply Burn. Arsenal, big team. I don't think so. Who do you think will win? I've gone for 2-1 United. I think Cavani in the team today will help us. Cavani will help. We do give up a lot of chances. A new formation from Ollie yet again. That's not a new formation, it's a 4-2-3-1. We played 4-2-3-1 against Leeds. It's the same formation, 4-2-3-1. It's how he plays the formation which worries me. Is he going to play a defensive formation? Is he going to play defensive, or is he going to play on the front foot like he did against Leeds? Who knows? But it's the same formation he's played against Leeds. He hasn't played. I thought he would play maybe a 4-2-2-2 with or a 4-1-2-1-2, and I think the formation could potentially look at that. If you look at that formation, I think you could see Matic playing as the main CDM. You could see Pogba playing from maybe the left of Matic, Donny on the right of Matic. Playing Henderson again, Silioli. Well, it's a cup game. He's the number 2 keeper. You know, it's a cup game. He's going to get a game time, isn't he? And you could see Bruno at the head of it, and you could see Greenwood as the front 2 with Cavani. But I've gone with what I've seen on the United website, which is they're displaying it as a 4-2-3-1. So that's what I've put it at. Eric Bailly back in the team. I don't think I predicted Eric Bailly to be in the team. I know I put Twanzebe in there. I'm not sure who else I can't remember who else I put in there. Robin Olsen playing for Everton. Bloody hell. Did you see it? Did anyone see the Arsenal game or the Arsenal highlights from yesterday? Arsenal's bloody goalkeeper, Runnison. Oh my god, he's fucking dreadful. He wouldn't even be good enough to play for Wycombe Wanderers, he's that crap. That's the man who worries me, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. That's the man who makes me want to shit my pants. Who's the key man over this one? I think I'd have to say Bruno. A lot of people have gone with Cavani, Paul, Donny. How do you think the tie be settled? It could go to a penalty shootout, but I think it'll be settled in normal time. Eric Bailly's rubbish. I mean, it's the fitness issue, isn't it? You know, it's the fitness issue. Now, you see, this has got it a little bit differently. This hasn't got Pogba. He deleted his Twitter account because he got death threats from Arsenal fans. Because Arsenal fans are twats. This is different to what I've got. I need to change this. They've got Pogba and Donny the other way round. They've got Donny. Twanzebe's a risky one. Is Rocket League stream later? Yeah, Rocket League stream later. Put Donny there then. There we go. Let's update the formation, because I don't think the formation is right. Rocket League stream is after the United game. What's wrong with this? Right, let's get timer started. I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden ticket. What time is Rocket League? Just before 10. Depending if it doesn't go. If it goes to extra time, then the Rocket League stream will probably be over the weekend. If it's settled in extra time or normal time, then it will be just before 10 o'clock. Why is that on bloody 15 hours for? Is the giveaway going up tomorrow? Yes, it is. The timer's not working as I want it to. Right, start. Yes, we're in time. It goes straight to pens. Yeah, so if it does go to... That's what I mean, extra time, penalties, same thing. If it goes to penalties, then it'll be a little bit later, but I don't think it will do. I think if we're going to win it, we're going to win it. If we're going to lose it, we're going to lose it. I don't think it'll be that. I've got Stefan El Suare, free agent, and another person I forgot. Isn't El Suare, like, washed, though? And it's Arsenal. Ancelotti. What a weird stats part. But won 3 domestic cups in his managerial career. Who gives a toss? I don't. Awful pass from Matic. Fucking hell. Idiot. Offside. Everton will win 2-1. I don't know. Slightly confident, maybe. Fully confident, no. Because I know Everton are a good team. They're going for a draw. I've gone with a 2-1. Everton are good at the back. Everton winning pens, I'm going for. Well, I bloody hope not. Greenwood steals. Bruno. Oh, Bruno. Unlucky. Everton winning... I've read that. What am I doing? I'm an idiot. I got my girlfriend a new gaming mouse for Christmas and dropped it off at hers today. That's nice. Where's mine? Van der Beek puts the ball in the box. Cavani. Good opportunity there. Half chance. Eric Bay, awful header. What are you doing? Thoughts on Donny? I think he's good. I just don't know what position he is at the moment. I can't work out if he's a 6. I don't think he's a 6. I can't work out if he's an 8 or a 10. I can't quite work out because I don't think he's got the long range passing that Bruno does. I think he's more of a a quick tempo sort of player. I don't think he can hit those long passes. Although we haven't seen enough of him to really decide. I still say that we've essentially spent 40 million quid on a bench on a player to bench warm for Bruno Fernandes, when we've still got Mata, Lingard still sitting at our club doing crap. You could do that giveaway money now. It was 50 quid. Well, the giveaway is only going to be for 40, and it's not going to be revealed until it will be New Year's Eve. I will be live New Year's Eve. Can't do anything. Nothing's open, and I'm not got anything planned, so I'll do a stream. Stream till late. Tellez with a corner. Not the best of balls. Olsen tips it over. Decent start here from United on the front foot, which is what I like to see. Pogba's there. He was going to Maguire. You're going to struggle getting past Mina on a bloody header. He's bloody massive. He's about 6'5", 6'6". He's a bloody massive bloke. He is absolutely massive, is Mr. Mina. I need to make sure I need to make sure I've even got the money for this giveaway. I'm excited for Christmas. It doesn't even feel like it is Christmas, mate. I get to wear my AC Milan shirt. I can afford it. Good. That'd be awkward. We can do a giveaway, but I can't actually afford it till I'm paid. Olsen's punch demeanour in the eye. Bosh. Have some of that. Look at him. Look at him. He's taken a little punch to the face and he's absolutely fucked. Oh, they're getting the bloody saline out. Getting the special wipes out. Bloody hell. What's he holding his foot for? That's it. Give him some water. Why is he holding his nose? Has he got a nosebleed? I got her a Corsair M65 RGB mouse. That's better than mine. I need a new mouse. I was thinking about getting a bigger monitor, but I don't think I've got room on my desk. I don't think I've got room. I'd have to change the whole room around, I think, which I don't really fancy doing. If I won, I'd use it to pay for my hamster's food. She's so expensive. Hamsters, you might think they're only a small animal, but they go through a shit ton of stuff. Imagine having bloody three. We used to have 3 in a go. 3 in the bloody row on the cupboard, one by one. We had the dwarf, and we had our 2 Syrians. We would have had 2 dwarfs, but one of them actually got sent back to the pet shop. Because they just didn't get on, and one of them was really fragile, and the other one, I think, was actually a devil child. Greenwood on the ball. Greenwood pulls it across. Pogba. Donny van der Beek. Hello, OCFC fan. I would spend the money on my dog because the food she likes is the most expensive. I have a Syrian. We always had Syrians, but then we had two dwarf because we thought it'd be nice to have 2 in a pair, but they just didn't get on. They were just fighting in the house. Oh, Cavani. Offside. A good start here from United. A very positive start. Very, very happy with that. Good positive start. Cavani offside. Unlucky. But, no, the 2 dwarf hamsters never got on. My dog's food is like 50 quid. Jesus. 1 day left till Christmas. Yep. 2 more sleeps, everyone. 2 more sleeps. Good header there, Maguire. Up against Dominic. Calvert-Lewin. Going to need to be good in the air against Calvert-Lewin because he's very strong at that. So Maguire's going to have to be turned on. What is Cavani doing? He's seen the goalkeeper off the line. He's gone for a David Beckham and he's absolutely made a mincemeal of it. He saw Olsen off his line and he looked up and saw it. But the Everton fans are clapping. They're like, hello, we're over here, not the goal. My tins of dog food are like 20 quid for 15. What a useless stat from Sky Sports. Michael Keane, product of Manchester United's youth system. Well, the problem is, when Michael Keane was useful, he was even less useful than Phil Jones. In fact, I would have rather had bloody Phil Jones than Michael Keane. It's just a matter of the fact that he joined, who was it, Burnley? And just got better. Players can be late bloomers. And sometimes clubs will get it wrong, but if they're not good enough at that time, then you just got to get rid. I've got a... I don't even know how to say that. You gotta help me so... Another corner. I feel like we've had about bloody 10 corners already. Like Salah at Rome, he was rubbish. No. Salah at Roma was good. He went to Liverpool and became world class. Salah at Chelsea was rubbish. You pronounce it like Lassa Aspo. Okay, I don't even know what that is. Let me see this. Let me see this dog breed. I got a feeling. Oh, I see. They're like a show dog, are they not? You see a lot of those in crafts. Olsen making mistakes. Cavani could have had that there. And he stepped on the ball rather than kicking it. Their goalkeeper's shaky, mate. He can't even bloody kick a ball. He's tried to fake it. It's all over him. This is like bloody watching Runner. Bloody Runnerson. We're playing on the front foot here, which is good. Good, promising football. Not playing on the back foot, soaking up pressure from Everton, because they will destroy us. I probably would have paid... If I was Ancelotti, I probably would have gone with Pickford for today. Everton winning this cup is going to be more appropriate for them than Man United, because apart from actually winning a piece of silverware, which is a fucking crap piece of silverware anyway, we're probably going to... You guess that we'd get into top 4. Do I have a dog? We can't have a dog for numerous reasons. I mean, no one would walk it. I mean, I'd walk it. That's a lie. I would walk the dog. But my dad doesn't like dogs, and they don't like him. They always bark at him, so we wouldn't be able to have one. I'm not really too sure I can afford a dog anyway. If anything goes wrong with it, I'm not really in a financial position at the moment to use that. Even with pet insurance, it can still be expensive. So I wouldn't want to buy a dog unless I was actually going to be in a financial position to own one. So, and they are a bit of a tie. They are a bit of a tie. You never walk your dog. Well, someone's going to walk it. Dogs need walks. Even old dogs need to stretch their legs. Unless you've got a massive, like, 200-foot garden that they can run around in, then you can probably just walk it around that. But dogs do like a change of scenery. Go on, Twanzebe. Go on, Bruno. Cavani. What is going on here? This Everton defence are all over the place. It's 13 minutes in and we've had about 5 chances to score. Brilliant pressing from Twanzebe there. A good ball into Bruno. Good block from Mina. And then Cavani couldn't quite get it out from his feet. She sits at home lying in bed. But this has been a brilliant start from Manchester United here today. Very good on the press. Oh, Twanzebe. Pogba very lucky there. Didn't give away a free kick. If he'd have connected, he could have been in trouble. What time is Rocket League? After the game's finished. So whatever time the game finishes, literally give me 3, 4, 5 minutes to switch over to the Xbox and I'll be live with it. But as soon as the United game's over, we'll go live with Rocket League. Decent ball there from Pogba, not on the end of it, but you know, he's got the sight. He's got the sight. This goalkeeper's a piece of crap, by the way. He looks ropey. Keane on the ball. Keane. Who is that? That's Sigurdsson coming deep. Keane goes long. And Calvert-Lewin gets it right back to Maguire. And we're in possession of the ball again. Twanzebe going forward now. Look at Twanzebe. Bursting forward. He looks better than bloody Wan-Bissaka going forward and he's barely played. We need to get Wan-Bissaka some competition. Need to push him because he's been He's been mediocre at best this season. Is Karimo tomorrow? Yeah, Karimo back tomorrow. Karimo back tomorrow. Good ball there, Tellez. Goes over. Cavani spills. The goalkeeper. Cavani again. And it's blocked again. Cavani's having a field day against this bloody goalkeeper. He is absolutely rubbish, this bloke. I don't know who he is, Olsen. He's coming to be a challenge to Pickford. I don't know who's worse. Greenwood now on the right-hand side. Stepping over and all sorts. Plays the ball in. Donny lets it roll. This is really good bit. This is bloody brilliant start. This is one of the... This is better. This is as good a start as Leeds. This is a very good start. If we'd have had players like Rashford and Martial, and we probably would have had a couple of goals, but it's only a Carabao Cup. At the end of the day, it'd be embarrassing, but I couldn't really give a toss if we lost this game about 5-0. Because it's the Carabao Cup. I don't care about the Carabao Cup. I don't care about it. I care about League. I want Champions League football, and winning a Carabao Cup does not get you Champions League. Top 4 or Europa League. Or both. But I'd rather have top 4 than Europa League, because Europa League has tough teams in it, but I don't think we'd be able to beat. Or be a tough. I think we can easily get top 4 if we find our form. I think we can easily get top 4. We just need to find consistency, and we're there. A big test this weekend, though, Boxing Day against Leicester. We'll be doing a watch along for that, and that's gonna be the interesting one. That's where we need to pull our fingers out of our arse and get a result. We can get a win against Leicester. We are well on our way. Well on our way to easy top 4. Not tight top 4, easy top 4. Just signed Coutinho for Leicester. Very nice. Is it Premier League against Leicester? Yes. Premier League game against Leicester. That's gonna be the important game. That's why I wouldn't feel confident in the Europa League. You've got teams like Arsenal. They're still, they're crap, but you never know when they could turn up. You've got Spurs there. You've got Leicester there. AC Milan, who are top of the Serie A. You got some good players, good teams in the Europa League. So I couldn't give a toss if we lost 10-0 on aggregate to Sociedad. As long as we get top 4 football and we can close the gap to Liverpool. I identified that a mission of Martial and Rashford will add one extra midfielder. See United just attacking against Everton. Rashford, Martial, a mission in future. Get Haaland before Cavani retires. What do you mean by a mission? I identified that a mission of Martial and Rashford will add one extra midfielder. But Rashford is a left winger / left midfielder. There's no way we're going to get Haaland. There's no way. Have you not heard the rumours who Real Madrid want this summer? They want Mbappe and they want Haaland. They want those two players to be the future of Real Madrid, and throw in Hazard or Vinicius or Rodrigo in with them. We ain't got the balls or the competency to sign Haaland. If we wanted to get Haaland, we'd have got him last January or this January. This January just gone. We didn't get him. So that tells me we wouldn't get him. We'd rather sign someone like Josh King. I'd be more expectant of us getting Josh King than I would Haaland. We ain't going to get Haaland. Awful ball there from Twanzebe. Bloody slipped over in the rain. Idiot. Look at him. Grinning. Like a Cheshire cat. I don't know why Dan James isn't playing today. Why have we rested? Why have we... When Real Madrid want to play it, they'll get him. They have so much money. Well, I wouldn't say they got loads of money. They're probably the richest club in La Liga. They got more money than Barca at the moment. Rashford and Martial, whatever, they are not good enough to get United in Champions League or Premier League. They need to be removed from the club. Okay, so who would you rather play left wing? Donny van de Beek? Donny van de Beek's not a left winger. Pogba's not a left winger. And Pogba's gone in the summer anyway. Pogba's a midfielder. And you're telling me you'd rather play Cavani than Martial? Don't get me wrong. Cavani's a traditional number 9. I like his movement. But the way Ollie plays with the fluid front four, we need a player that can track back, show passing. James needs to be rested for the Premier League game. If you think Dan James is playing against Leicester, you've got another thing coming. If we play Dan James against Leicester, we're fucked. Why did Dan James play so well or so effective against Leeds? Because no matter, even if they're 15 goals down, they're still going to press the ball. And they play very forward and they leave themselves with 2 centre-backs going back. That's why Dan James, like Roadrunner, beep beep, meow, down he goes. Leicester aren't going to play. Leicester can sit deep. Leicester, I would not be playing Dan James against Leicester City. James can play with Bake. What, so you're playing Dan James on the right and Van der Beek on the left, and you're gonna leave out Rashford for Van der Beek or Dan James? If we did that, we would not be getting top 4. Trust me. Tellez and Williams to replace Rashford and Martial. That's pretty much what he's saying. I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I would be playing Rashford and Martial over Dan James and Donny van de Beek. Donny van de Beek should be playing with a CDM in midfield when Pogba's gone. At the moment, Pogba starts over Van de Beek because Pogba is a better player than Van de Beek. It's Twanzebe going forward now, look. That was out. James off the ball movement is superior to Greenwood. He removes left defender and right. Do you mean left back and right back from games? His off the ball movement might be great, but when he's on the ball, he's got fucking nothing. His Dan James is all about speed. Speed, speed, speed. Remember Lightning McQueen at the start of Cars when he's in the truck and he goes, "I am speed," and all the cars go brrrr. That's Dan James. Philip and Reece James had no chance. James Reece have no chance against James. But it's okay getting past them. Say you've got the wings. Dan James has got down the wing and then he gets there, he doesn't know what to do. His final ball is absolutely dreadful. His final decision is dreadful. And don't get me wrong, Greenwood doesn't cross. He's always going to come into the box. But it's not like Dan James' crossing is superior, so that's why you play him. And crossing against Everton really isn't going to work. Crossing against Leicester, for me, isn't really going to work. I would have played Dan James in this game. And I tell you why, because their fullbacks are slow and crap. Leicester's fullbacks are quick. They've got James Justin, who's very good. Good header! And just wide from Mason Greenwood there. They've got James Justin, who's an absolute rocket, who's going to just counteract Dan James. I would not be expecting Dan James to play. You're going to need good technical players who can pick a pass against Leicester because they're a very solid team. To me, it might be a Mata game. It could be a Mata game. Did you watch Chelsea games? James got subbed and Reece James attack. James do make chance for other due to his off-ball movement. He's so quick and provide us with width. James is just too good. Well, I don't know if you're watching the same Dan James that I have been, but for the last 18 months, he's shown flashes of brilliance, and all the other times he's been crap. And why are we talking about Chelsea and Reece James? I don't care what Reece James is doing at Chelsea. How does Reece James have anything to do with Manchester United versus Leicester? Reece James plays for Chelsea. Dan James is our only traditional winger, and that's the failure of the club. That's the failure of the club. Let's be honest, does Rashford really want to play left wing? Probably not. He's just adapted to it. Does Greenwood really want to play right wing? James and McTominay being abused by BAME YouTube agenda. Well, here's the thing. Here's what you need to understand. McTominay has been abused by Manchester United fans because the way that he's been playing is not his natural position. McTominay is not a CDM. He proved that against Leeds. He wants to bomb on forward. McTominay is better attacking than he is at defending, which means he plays box to box. And Fred had to be a little bit more defensive. And that worked. When you play Fred and McTominay as two CDMs, all McTominay does is stand there running around between the bloody front four like a Duracell bunny. That's why I'm just telling you, Reece James Chelsea versus United, when Dan James played before last game, Rashford and Martial are PR players. Rashford and Martial contributed a lot of goals to Manchester United last season. Without them, we wouldn't have got top four. We would not have got top four. Did you see the start of the season where Dan James was playing game after game after game with Lingard and fucking Andres Pereira? He was average. He has no final ball, and that could develop. He's shown glimpses of being a good player, but is he going to be Manchester United first team quality? No. Is he going to be Manchester United bench quality? I don't know. We don't see enough of him, and that's because there's other players that are better than him in the club. I still don't get what Reece James versus Chelsea is. That's one game. Any player could have one game. You could put Adebayo Akinfenwa in a Manchester United game, and he has one good game. Why is Donny van de Beek playing left mid? He's not. Donny van de Beek's not playing left mid. Well, he is sort of. He's sort of playing left mid. He's switching with Pogba. When we're going forward, Donny's playing sort of a cam. McTominay can only be box to box if James play. If Greenwood plays, McTominay and Fred are left defending for 90 minutes. Because Greenwood's not a right mid. And if Dan James is our only traditional right midfielder, then we're fucked. And he didn't even play right mid against Leeds. Actually, no, he did. He did play. No, he didn't play right mid against Leeds. It was Rashford who played right midfielder against Leeds. He likes to cut in with his right foot. Whenever James plays, McTominay, Bruno have freedom when we're attacking. Because he's a winger. That's what we'd get if we'd have signed the right winger in the January transfer window. And we've got Diallo coming in, and I've got a feeling that Diallo in January is going to go straight into the first team. We've paid bloody 30, 40 million quid for him. I'd be disgraced if we played 30 to 40 million quid for a youngster who's going to go and play with the under-21s. What a waste of money. Icebank, I'm not reading the rest. Yeah, troll names. You think you can get me? My eyesight might be bad, Mr. Icebank. But I'm not that gullible. I've said it before, we need a right winger, but I don't think Dan James is going to be the right winger we need. I think we need someone better. We need someone who has a bit better on the final ball. Dan James is just speed. He is football's version of Lightning McQueen. I am speed. I am speed. I can make a shot sometimes. I can play a pass sometimes. Calvert-Lewin's in. Greenwood is not starting 11. James is a proper natural winger. I'll wait for Diallo to come. James is not the best, but we got what we got. Well, that's true, but Ollie seems to love playing Mason Greenwood right midfield, and for me, I'd be playing Greenwood as a number 9. I'd be playing him as a striker. He wants to play as a striker. Greenwood's not a bloody right winger, because he can't cross the ball. Greenwood can't cross, and Dan James's crossing is about as consistent as, well, about as consistent as horse crap. And Dan James doesn't play right wing. Dan James prefers to play on the left wing, and he cuts in because he can't cross. Just like Rashford, when he plays left wing, doesn't like the cross. He likes to cut in. So if Dan James wants to play left wing and can't play right wing, you can't play Dan James over Rashford. It'd be criminal. It'd be absolutely criminal if he starts doing that. We need a right winger, and it's down to the board to get one. Greenwood is striker. That's his position. Off with my head. It's Leanne's time. Leanne, if you want to take over this stream, kindly come and do it. But at the moment, you can't. Greenwood is a striker. I agree. Greenwood is a number 9. You can tell he's a number 9 because of his movement from right mid. Whenever Greenwood gets the ball, he gets the side. He gets to the. You should do an ultimate team stream. I'm bloody not doing that. Have you seen how pay to win that game's getting? It's absolutely ridiculous. I just can't take the. I can't take the stress of playing online FIFA at the moment. Whoever these Greenwood, Rashford, or Martial, they're not good enough for future. Well, I think we do need a traditional number 9, and I think Greenwood could be that. But we can't play Greenwood there. We can't play Greenwood as number 9 because Martial's... I think we could play Rashford right midfielder. I think we could play Rashford right midfielder. Greenwood could play as number 9 and Martial could play on the left. Martial's not in the best of form, but you can't say that Martial didn't have a decent season last year. He's a good player. Is he a world-class player? Probably not. Is he ever going to be a world-class player? I don't know. Because the team play too inconsistently to ballpoint. But I don't think Martial and Rashford are our issue at the moment. Our issue at the moment is we don't have a CDM. We've got no competition for Wan-Bissaka. We've got no right winger. And we need another centre-back. I've just identified 4 positions that I'm looking at before I'm even thinking about getting another left winger or striker in for Martial and Rashford. If you think the club are ever going to drop Rashford after what he's done this season, you're having a laugh. I'll happily take over this stream because off with your head. Why are you beheading me? What have I done wrong? Is it because you've finally woken up and thought, you know what? Maybe Man United aren't getting relegated. Maybe Liverpool are getting relegated. Maybe Arsenal are getting relegated. Wouldn't surprise me. The board are happy with Arteta. Imagine that. Imagine being happy with a manager that's got your club in 15th. Leanne wants my account when I die. Probably. I'll leave it to you in me will. Greenwood can't be traditional because he has no world-class experience because striker should have been Haaland and Kane, rude type. Rashford can't track back, so he ain't a midfielder. Because Rashford's a striker as well. When we play Rashford, Greenwood and Martial, we're not playing with 2 wingers. We're essentially playing with a right forward and a left forward. We're essentially playing a 4-3-3, which means your fullbacks do a lot of work. And unfortunately, Wan-Bissaka gets terribly out of position, and our left-backs aren't great at positioning either. And our centre-backs together are crap. We've got a situation at the club where we've got 2 great centre-backs. I think Maguire's a decent centre-back. I think Lindelof's a decent centre-back. But together, rubbish. Rashford has done nothing other than fake feeding children for PR purpose. Rashford is just fake BAME YouTube agenda. Well, I can't agree with you there. If you think Rashford hasn't actually done anything for school meals, and you think it's all a social media ploy, then clearly you're just... I mean, that's your opinion, but it's not... I think you've got it wrong. But I agree, I would much prefer Rashford to see more on the pitch. But it's ever since... I mean, this season he hasn't been bad. He's actually been pretty good this season, Rashford. But he's adapting to a position that he never wanted to play. It's again just making do. We don't want to sign a left winger. Oh, look, Rashford, here you go. You can play left wing. Think about how Rashford and Martial feel when they were under the management of Louis van Gaal and Jose Mourinho. How many times were they swapped from being left wing to striker, left wing striker, left wing striker, left wing striker, left wing striker? I honestly think Rashford is doing it for fame. Well, I don't know. Clear it, Henderson. Good. I don't think he's doing it for fame. I think more footballers should be doing it. You know, these footballers have got fucking shit tons of money, and there is so many people in this country need help. Why can't more footballers pitch in and help? Why can't they? Does De Gea really earn 350 grand a week? Does he actually earn all that money? Does he deserve to earn all that? How about making it simple? Get one world-class striker. We have an amazing in midfield. Fred, Pogba, Bruno, Van der Beek, McTominay, James and Mata. Well, Mata's about 43 years old. He needs to be out the door. James, I don't think is going to be good enough for Manchester United because his final ball's crap. McTominay can definitely be in the replacement to replace Pogba. Pogba's gone in the summer. Bruno's going to stay because they don't want to use their money because they're selfish twats. What about Cavani as a classic number 9? You can say Cavani, but he's 33 years old. We can't build going forward with Cavani. Rashford has been poor this season. Rashford bought 5 properties last week and doesn't pay tax. Offshore account. And how many you think other footballers don't? Just because they don't talk about it. All these fucking footballers are scamming bastards. Every single one of them. Not any of those bloody footballers are honest people. Not a single one of them. And they're all jumped up money men. Sigurdsson with a free kick. Good save, Henderson. Feeding children is just a PR stunt. Well, I mean, if you're saying you'd rather the children go... So you're saying you'd rather the children go hungry. How disgraceful is that? How disgraceful. Just because you've got dinner on you... Just because I'm presuming you've got dinner on your plate and Rashford wants to help some kids who don't. And so you're saying every single business who said we're going to offer free school meals has said they're all in the PR stunt as well. I'm sorry, but no. No. It went through government approval, for God's sake. You think the government are in PR stunts? No. Absolutely not. I have to disagree with you with that. Have to disagree. And I agree that Rashford's been poor. Rashford has a good, I'd say a 6 to 6.5 out of 10 season. Rashford plays monthly to Goldbridge, Football Terrace, Daily Mail, monthly to Wash Our Brain. Rashford is a PR user, brainwashing us. But you're saying you'd rather play Dan James, who doesn't have a final ball. We would not get top 4 football. Don't have children if you can't afford it. People have changing circumstances. So you're saying you can't have a child, and if you lose your job 4 years down and you can't get another one, you've got to give your child away. I'm sorry, but I think you're talking absolute rubbish. And Rashford does not play anything monthly to Goldbridge or Football Terrace or the Daily Mail. It just doesn't happen. You've clearly got agenda against Rashford, which you're allowed to have, and you clearly, Dan James is obviously your love child. You love Dan James. And that's your opinion. You're entitled to it. But I think saying that it's a PR stunt is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And I agree with you. If you can't afford to have children, don't have them. But what about if you have a child and then suddenly can't afford to feed them? Katie Price, free boo job, went to Parliament. It ain't a big thing to have an idea in Parliament. Mate, I think you spend too much time on the internet reading conspiracy theories. You really do. You spend too much time on the internet. Too much time thinking about these things. Can nobody do a good thing? Can nobody do a good deal? Boris has said no to Rashford's fake PR stunt. Well, the government actually approved Rashford through government. So I don't know what you're on about with that. You've got someone who's got an agenda against Marcus Rashford and loves Dan James. Dan James would not get Manchester United top 4 football. Trust me. Trust me. You'd be shouting at the telly. Dan James running down the wing. He's in on goal. And he's fluffed it. He's taken a heavy touch. He's crossed the ball in. No one's on the end of it. He's had a shot from 40 yards out because he thinks he's the next Ronaldo. And I don't know what the hell you're on about. Katie Price's free brew job when going to Parliament. Where's the evidence? You're reading too many newspapers. British newspapers are liars. You need to look at the sites with the facts. You need to look for the facts, not the newspapers. Newspapers are notoriously like to twist the truth. Certain newspapers more than others, which I will not name. But I think you've lost the plot. Everton getting into the game a little bit here, and I'm getting a little bit worried. They're finding their rhythm a little bit. Good defending there from Bailly, and a decent save from Henderson again. Going into half-time here nearly. 0-0. Look at Tuanzebe. Look at Tuanzebe. You're saying Greenwood doesn't track back. Are you watching this game? Greenwood is basically playing right back defensively because Tuanzebe is holding bloody Bay's hand because he's not a right back. But we don't have another right back on the books. Fosu Mensah. There are 3 meals. He is just making us think we don't get to increase fame because he's weak football. How many Premier League, Champions League Rashford Martial have 2015? 0. But what? How does that make? It's not like any. What? How many Champions Leagues or Premier Leagues does Dan James have? Absolutely none. Dan James has won nothing in his career. If you think that we need to replace, so you're gonna here's the thing. You're gonna replace Martial and Rashford, but you're happy to keep playing Maguire and Lindelof at the back. You're happy to keep playing 0 CDM in the team. We've got no centre defensive midfielders that are half cop. Matic is washed. You're happy to play with Amr Wan-Bissaka as your only right back because the others are crap. You're happy to keep Paul Pogba at the club when he slandered our club with that disgusting... James just came back 2 seasons back. But I don't get your point. It's not like he's come to Manchester United and set the world on fire. And Martial and Rashford weren't even here 7 years ago. Martial and Rashford haven't won a Champions League or Premier League because over the last 5 years, Manchester United have been crap. We've played cheap, inconsistent football and signed players who are absolutely rubbish and are fucking absolute crap. You're talking about PR stunts. Signing Angel Di Maria was a PR stunt. Signing Ibrahimovic was a PR stunt. Signing Pogba was a PR stunt. We have changed everyone, only De Gea has not changed, but we... change everyone, not Martial or Rashford. But I'll tell you why they haven't changed Martial or Rashford. Because they're one of the fucking 5 players that are any good at this club. The only reason the other players have been replaced is because they're absolutely crap. Chris Smalling, rubbish. Rojo, rubbish. Daley Blind, not good enough. Ashley Young, rubbish. 6 years because Martial and Rashford have been in the club. But we haven't been in a Champions League or Premier League position as a club. 2 players can't bloody win you a Champions League or Premier League. Our squad has been absolutely crap. We've had players like Daley Blind. We've had Ander Herrera, who was a decent player. We had the flop, Angel Di Maria. We've had flop after flop after flop after flop after flop. So the fact that you think that Martial and Rashford are the problem, if you think they're the problem, then you must be happy with fighting for top 4 football. Because they are not the problem. There are 4, 5, 6 other positions that are weaker than Martial and Rashford at this club. We've got 2 centre-backs who can't play together. We've got a right-back who can't track back and is positionally crap. We've got a CDM who's absolutely about 50 years old and is crap. We've got no right-winger on the club. And we've got no traditional left-winger at the club. Raniona rulers were to halt Haaland move because it was Rashford PR agenda started by Goldbridge. Okay, so you're saying that Mino Raniola didn't come out publicly and say Paul Pogba is over at Manchester United. You think that's all been a dream? Man United Memphis, who's a flop. We've literally signed players for PR. We've literally signed players who are going to get us Instagram followers. You think Pogba was signed because we actually wanted him back? No way. No, I'm sorry. Pogba deal was done because it would look good for the club. What has Paul Pogba done at this club in 4 years? We brought him in as one of the best midfielders in the world when he left Juventus. 4 years later, he spent about 2 years injured, and the other 2 years he's been as inconsistent as horseshit. The Premier League is too quick for Pogba, he's too slow, too clunky, and hasn't found form. And yet again, another flop signing. Paul Pogba at Manchester United has been a flop. He hasn't lived up to the hype at all. At all. At all. And I'd like to know, you're going to bring back Haaland. Manchester United are never going to sign Haaland. It's never going to happen. We'll never make that signing. Bruno with the cut. Oh, Bruno with a free kick. Testing Olsen there. But who are you going to say next? You want to bring in Mbappe? This isn't career mode. You know what the Manchester United board's like. Anytime there's about more than 2 clubs interested in a player, we're not going to sign them. Who else wanted to sign Telles this season? Absolutely none. Daley Blind was in the semi-final for Ajax. Blind is a legend. Di Maria left not because his house got stolen, because felt Rashford, Martial using PR and a regional toxic fan base. We let Lukaku, Zaha, Memphis over Rash. What about Falcao? Hold on. Di Maria came in on the 14-15 season. You're telling me that Di Maria left because Martial and Rashford came in and he felt threatened? You're on drugs. You're on absolute drugs. Di Maria. Di Maria is the biggest cunt of football I know. I hate him. I hate his guts. He's a snake. He's an absolute snake. So he left summer 2015. He left summer 2015. He left summer 2015. We knew halfway through the year Di Maria wasn't happy. He got injured and didn't want to play anymore. Martial came in summer 2015. So by the time Di Maria had left, Martial had only just came in. You're telling me Di Maria, who was supposedly tipped to be one of the best wingers in the world at the time, felt threatened by a 19-year-old Martial or a Rashford? You're off your head. You're absolutely off your head. And Marcus Rashford hadn't even made his debut by the time Di Maria had left. So I don't know what the hell in hell's name you're on about. I really don't. I don't know what you're on about. Alaba will not come to Manchester United to pass Martial and Rashford. Alaba life has not hit so low that he'll come to feed Martial and Rashford. Lingard, Rashford, Martial are all the same PR user. Di Maria was upset with Lingard. Di Maria could not tolerate Lingard, Rashford. Rashford wasn't even fucking playing in the Manchester United first team when Di Maria was there, you absolute idiot. You're a buffoon. You're memeing yourself. And Lingard was barely in the first team then anyway. You're an absolute spoon. You're making yourself look like an idiot. Do you even know who Manchester United are? Could you name any other players than Martial and Rashford? You don't like Martial and Rashford, that's fine. But we would not be challenging for a top 4 playing Van der Beek at bloody left wing. Who else are you going to play at striker? Cavani? Cavani can't play every other game. I forgot. We've got Odion Ighalo. Oh, he's really good, isn't he? He was an absolute rubbish signing as well. That was a bloody PR signing. Complete the Odion Ighalo move. Oh, it's been his boyhood dream to come to Manchester United. He hasn't fucking played in about 8 months. He's that crap. Lingard was with Rashford all the time. You're talking about bloody Di Maria. Lingard was not in the Manchester United first team when Di Maria was in that team. No. Totally agree with Alfred. Of course you would, Leanne. Of course you bloody would. You think that Jordan Henderson's the best midfielder of all bloody Premier League time? You're just as deluded as bloody Alfred is. Alfred's not a Manchester... Sign Vardy, Kane in 2016 and we'd be a Premier League winner. So okay, here you go. So back in 2015, you think that Chris Smalling was a good enough centre-back to win the Premier League? You think that he was a good enough centre-back to win the Premier League with Daley Blind? Cavani has been ballerina classes in between games. And we wouldn't complete the signing of Kane and Vardy. Do you not know who is in charge of Manchester United? Ed Woodward and Mr. Glazers. The Glazers Consortium. The Glazer Consortium. They don't... You seriously think that Spurs would sell Kane to us? There's no fucking way they were going to. Di Maria was South American bad boy local. So Rashford and Lingard could not play with his head like they did with Lukaku and Depay. Lukaku and Depay flopped at Manchester United. Well, actually, I don't think Lukaku was a flop, but he didn't fit the play style of Manchester United. And Memphis Depay was another overhyped fucking signing. Overhyped. Overhyped signing. Just like Pogba was. You're not a Manchester United. You're not a Manchester. Well, you are a Manchester United fan, but you're not a Manchester United fan who wants the club to succeed. If you think we've got players who need to, Lukaku just got a bit chubby and slow. Lukaku wasn't what Ollie was looking for in a player, unfortunately, which is why he left. Totally agree with Alfred here. Imagine Zaha, Depay and Lukaku now without our midfielder. We'd be a world beater. With our midfield. So, when Zaha was playing for Manchester United, you wanted to wait 3 or 4 years for him to improve? You think Zaha's a better player than Martial or Rashford? I can't agree with that. He's still playing for Crystal Palace. He's still playing... Karius is better than Peter Schmeichel. Well, that's why Leanne's comments are all irrelevant. Because any fucking real football fan knows he's not. And Depay left Manchester United because it didn't work. When you sign these players, not every player that you sign is going to work at your club. Not every bloody player you sign. Lukaku fits into because he's their main threat, so he plays to his strengths. That's the thing. At the time, we have no wingers. Zaha and Depay. How many crosses do you see Zaha and Depay doing? I mean, you probably don't watch League One football, so you don't watch Depay anymore. But how many crosses do you see Zaha making for Crystal Palace? I watched Crystal Palace at the weekend. He didn't do anything. He doesn't cross the ball. All 3 of those players now want to play as a centre forward. So you're going to play with 3 centre forwards, but you're going to line them up in a 4-3-1-1-1. We got some Thai and DTs in here. I just don't think they know what it... I just don't think that Alfred knows. Can you update as the draw goes on after this game? Can you update as the draw goes on after this game? Oh, can you update us as the draw? Yes. You talk about feeding child when you're hiding 1 million per month, 2 million taxpayers, Lamal. Where's the proof? Where's the proof? Where have you read that? Where have you read that from? The Daily Mail? Daily Mirror? More newspapers. More newspapers. Manchester United have Palestri and Diallo in the academy who don't play. Well, Diallo's not actually at the club yet. He's still at Atalanta. And Palestri wasn't brought in as a first team player. But I probably would have put him on the bench for this game. But Palestri looks promising in the under-21s. And I think Diallo will come into the first team. Which team do I support? I support Manchester United. Hence, Alfred is banging on about his Rashford and Martial agenda. Alfred thinks that because we've got Rashford and Martial in the club, players like Lukaku, Memphis Depay, Di Maria all left. Memphis Depay wouldn't have improved any further at Manchester United, nor would Lukaku, and nor would Di Maria. I know for a fact that Martial and Rashford are paying for their offshore account to Goldbridge, Terry, Daily Mail, and many other channels. Well, you can think what you want, but we all know that's wrong. Sheffield Wednesday are better than Man United. Well, I mean, that's your opinion, but I don't think they are. Alfred has an agenda against Martial and Rashford, which you're allowed to have. But if you seriously think that Dan James is a better player than either of them, I don't think you watch football. I don't think you watched Dan James play for a full 90 minutes. You didn't watch Dan James play at all last season, when his final ball was shocking game after game, and we were getting fucked on game after game after game. Alfred is tight and Leanne is DT. Jordan Henderson is way, way better than Roy Keane. Man United are on a great run. We are on a great run. With my rotten teeth hanging out. I mean, my teeth aren't rotten. They're not rotten. Rashford has taken Bruno under his wings, and soon when Bruno will detach himself from Rashford, like Pogba did to Rashford, they will start going against Bruno. Rashford isn't against. James was awesome against Leeds. Yes, and as explained earlier, the reason why Dan James was good against Leeds is because Leeds play with essentially two defenders. Their fullbacks bomb on. So, Lightning McQueen Dan James, we just hit a long ball and he's going to go roadrunner, meow. But his final ball is still crap. The reason why he played well against Leeds is because Leeds play to his strength, which is running. Dan James is a runner. His final ball is rubbish. It's about the final ball. You have to think about the final ball. Which club in London is the best? At the moment, you'd probably have to go... I don't know. It's a toss-up between Chelsea and Spurs at the moment, isn't it? I think Chelsea... It depends. When Chelsea play well, they play well. When Spurs play well, they play well. I think I'd probably have to go with Spurs at the moment. West Ham? Arsenal? Psh. I think Leanne reads the league table upside down. She thinks Arsenal are in 5th. Football Terrace is an Arsenal fan. Ricky from United Stand is the only true Manchester United supporter. Rest agenda bases. Ah, you're a Ricky fan from United Stand who loves Dan James but also likes Anthony Martial. He doesn't mind Rashford, he likes Dan James, but he'll admit that Dan James is not his top 3 favourite player for Manchester United. And he's not in the top 3 players in Manchester United because he isn't. He provides that winger space, but he's not the winger that's going to take Manchester United forward. I want you to hold my hand. Oh. Jet 2 holiday. She ain't going anywhere at the moment. Look at Jack Grealish. I understand James is not solution, but would you not get best of what we have? I think we are getting the best of what we have. Arsenal update their schedule because there's a match on September 11th in 2021 versus Swansea. Swansea could be promoted. And you understand James is not a solution, but it would not be best to get what you have. So you're telling me that Dan James is a better player than Greenwood or Rashford then? You can't play Dan James over Rashford. You can't do that. It's criminal. Over Greenwood, maybe. Because Greenwood's being played out of position. But you can't play him over Rashford. There's no way. If Dan James plays, then Rashford plays on the right. Martial is still the striker. Because the coach likes him. Grealish is a wannabe Madison. Grealish is a good player. I'd take him at United, Jack Grealish. When's the second half? I think it's about to come on now. Second half just starting. Got a few adverts first, of course. Sky love their adverts. Hey, What the little way? Hey, hey, hey. Lingard needs more game time, so playing James is not something to fume. Until we get someone from window, James never plays over Rashford. He plays over Greenwood. David is a rotting teeth wearing glasses wearing boys deluded Manchester United fan. Well, send Grealish back to Ireland. We don't need him, and Rice. I never said play James over Rashford, but you have an agenda against Rashford. Hello, replays. Leanne, you say one more thing and you're getting blocked. I'm not having you here. Lingard scored against us. He's a top player. He's not a top player. I don't see the point of keeping him when we could have sold him. We could have sold him in the summer. If we're not going to play him, I mean, he's looked promising. You know, at the end of last season, did Lingard? He looked all right. Why is this team so strong? Why is Lingard? It's not even us. I don't know why Lingard isn't playing. I wouldn't have played Bruno. I wouldn't have played Bruno in this game. You're spitting facts. Well, would you wear a Man City shirt for money? Nah. I have an agenda, of course, mate. My agenda is to win the Premier League and Champions League. You just can't take the heat, bro. Your agenda is not to win the Premier League and Champions League because you want to not play Rashford and Martial. I want to win the Premier League and the Champions League. But making a statement like, I want to sign Haaland is never going to happen. You will never see Haaland in a Manchester United shirt. He's better than Matic, but Lingard's not a CDM. Man U won't win the league in my opinion. Don't make me laugh. I don't think we'll win the league title this year, no. Liverpool won the league title. Liverpool are going to find that form, and once Liverpool start kicking on, that's it. We lose against Leicester on the weekend, we ain't winning the league. We'll be 5 points behind them then. You got to stay with Liverpool. You've got to stay with at least 3 points on them. I don't like praising players over the club. Rashford is the sort of human that devised the club. Sir Alex Ferguson sold Beckham and Rude in their prime. Rashford is nothing like David Beckham. Alfred, mate, I don't even think you're old enough to remember Van Nistelrooy or David Beckham playing for Manchester United. Liverpool have Thiago back now. That's what I'm saying. It looks like Van Dijk could be back within the next month. You won't see Haaland in a United shirt because of what's happened to his dad. I wouldn't even say that. We could have had Haaland in January. The reason you won't see Haaland in a Manchester United shirt is because of our incompetency of signing players. I'm a Jussie, half Austrian. I'm a superior race. That's why I don't praise players. I want best for club. And so do I. But I'm realistic and I know what the club needs. And you haven't actually okay, you want the best for the club. So which positions do you think we need to strengthen in? Tell me that. And I'll tell you if I agree. Which positions would you sign next? I was -2 when Beckham signed for Real Madrid. We can't comment on what David Beckham was as a player. We did not get Haaland because a BAME YouTuber wanted Sancho. We weren't even in for Sancho in January, so there you go. Where's the time? I've just put it on now. What's more likely? Chelsea sign Haaland or Manchester United? Probably Chelsea, but I don't think he'll go for them. He'll be in a Real Madrid shirt. He'll be in a Real Madrid shirt. And so will Mbappe. Oh, bad pass. If Klopp wins the league with all these injuries, then Klopp versus... Oh, Klopp's a better manager than Pep. Attack, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Maguire. See, the thing is, you want to replace Maguire. You can play Maguire or Lindelof, but we're not... You have to be realistic. Why are we changing our attack when the issue that we haven't had is scoring goals? Our issue has been leaking goals. We need another centre-back, And we need a backup right back to challenge Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I agree with you on that, but I don't think we need to... We need a right winger. We need a right winger for sure. And we need a CDM. To play now. Not in 5... We don't want a CDM to play in 2 or 3 years' time. We want one to play now. Pep is a gold digger. Pep has spent a lot of money on that City team and they're still not performing. Cavani in! Side netting. Klopp is already better. Pep just goes to clubs that have millions to spend. Manchester United need a striker backup and a left back and a right back and a world-class centre-back to complement Lindelof or Maguire and a new manager. I wouldn't necessarily say we need a new manager. I'd like to see what Ollie can do with... We need to get Haaland. We're not going to sign Haaland. We are not going to sign Haaland. Have you seen the incompetence of our board? We couldn't even sign a fucking centre-back from Monaco. We couldn't sign a centre-back from Villarreal. You think we're going to sign a top-class player from Dortmund? Dortmund would have sold us. Dortmund would have sold us Sancho in the summer if we'd have given them the money. We didn't. Haaland would probably be as much as Sancho, if not more. We're not going to give that for a striker. There's no way. Pep already had the players at City and Klopp didn't. Jose Mourinho said on the documentary that Alex Ferguson wanted Dele Alli at Manchester United. When Mourinho was at Manchester United, would you want him? At the time, I probably would have taken him because we needed a creative midfielder. We need to get an Ozcan Kabak for... We're never going to get Kabak. We could... There's probably more of a chance. We don't need Upamecano or Sancho. They're Rashford friends. Why is it... Why is it always bloody turn back to bloody Marcus Rashford? What is your bloody obsession with Marcus Rashford? You're bloody obsessed with him. You're absolutely obsessed. Marcus Rashford does not fucking control the bloody transfers at Manchester United. If he did, then fucking Sancho would be here in the summer, wouldn't he? He'd be there. Man, fucking Marcus Rashford does not control signings at my bloody Manchester United. You're an absolute idiot. You're an idiot. There's more chance of Haaland signing for Arsenal than United. We're fucking incompetent. More than one club wants Haaland. You know what? We'll go and sign someone else. We'll go and sign Josh King from Bournemouth because no one wants him. I'll tell you why no one wants him. Because he's fucking crap. He's absolute rubbish. Why did no one want to sign Diallo from Atlanta? We've spent 40 million quid on a right winger who doesn't even play for Atalanta. What's he going to play in the under-21s? The most expensive under-21 player signed ever. 40 bloody million quid. If he's coming in January the 1st, I'm expecting our first game in January for this kid to either be on the team or starting. I don't think Alfred actually looks into what Manchester United do. How many players have we been linked to that could have been signed? We've got the money and we've got club status. We could probably sign any player in the world if we had the competency. Rashford is cancer to the club due to PR influence and local Manchester sob story. One bad man makes the club dirty. Well, if you think that Marcus Rashford is having more of a bad influence on Manchester United than someone like that disgraced Paul Pogba and his disgusting agent, then you're not a Manchester United fan. You're not a Manchester United fan. You're not a Manchester United fan. You're happy to keep Paul Pogba at the club when his agent has said, oh, Paul Pogba and Manchester United are done. If it were me, I wouldn't even be bloody playing him. He'd have been gone. He'd be playing in the under-23s and I would have get him gone. I would have had him gone in fucking January. Goodbye. You don't want to be here? Guess what? We don't want you. Out the door. Donny van de Beek, hello, in you come. Pogba, instant Pogba replacement. Instant Pogba replacement. Pogba out, Donny van de Beek straight into where he goes. Pogba will be gone. How dare all Pogba has done is prove that Pogba and Mino Raiola are bigger than Manchester United. I'm sorry, but that's a fucking outrage. The fact that you're happy, you think Pogba's part of our bloody long-term plans and he said that. I can't forgive a player for that. Getting too big for the club, he'd be out the door. Pogba would not go past Milner at Liverpool. You know what? He'd probably struggle. If Rashford was like Scholes, always private without PR, I would tolerate him. Quinton Fortuna and Fred are better human than Rashford. Right, okay. The reason why Paul Scholes was private with PR, think of how PR has changed from back when Paul Scholes was in his prime, in the late 90s to early 2000s, to now. Young players are hounded by fucking PR. PR is absolute everywhere. And you don't even defend yourself about Pogba. You're still going on about fucking Marcus Rashford. Manchester United... Marcus Rashford is never going to leave Manchester United. He's a one-club man. The club love him. I love him. I think Marcus Rashford has the potential to be a very, 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 very good player. A very, very, very good player. Better than Martial. And I agree, we might need a traditional number 9. But I don't think we're going to get one. You have to be realistic about what we're actually going to sign. We've got Martial there, and you think we're going to get another striker that's first team quality. No bloody way. No way. No way. No way. If we're not even competent enough to see that for the last if the board aren't competent enough to see in the last 18 months... Wait, Van der Beek is on the pitch. Is this real life? He's on the pitch today, yeah. Richarlison's going off. Good. Adios. Off you go. He's got a busted tooth. Bernard's coming on. He's rubbish. He's average at best. Richarlison has a concussion. I don't think he does. He's not concussed. He's got a split lip. Richarlison wants to come back on. Why Rashford need PR? Because he's weak. I don't mind PR, but has an excessive paid... But hate excessive paid PR like Victoria Beckham and Gemma Collins uses. Rashford is in the same line as Gemma Collins and Victoria Beckham. The last time I checked, Gemma Collins and Victoria Beckham don't play for Manchester United. Rashford is getting a lot of PR because he's done a very generous thing that a lot of footballers wouldn't even take a moment to consider. They're quite happy living on their six-figure fucking wages every week. Getting bloody paid 100, 150, 250 fucking grand a week. Sitting in their homes, banking in all their cash. When you've got fucking kids and families in this country that can't barely afford to keep a fucking roof over their head. And I think what he's done is fucking great. I think what he's done is absolutely great. And if you think it's PR and none of it actually happened, then I think you need to wake up and smell the fucking coffee. Because if you think that that's all PR, then I don't know, you're not a Manchester United fan. You're not. You can't call yourself a Manchester United fan. Romero should be in goal. Romero's getting sold in January, mate. Romero's gone. Romero has no future at Manchester United. You know what? Arsenal need a second goalkeeper. I'd sell Romero to Arsenal any day of the week. Give us 10 million quid for him, I'll take him. Out the books. Look at Pogba. Pogba's getting booked. The fact he's arguing about it. What does PR stand for? Public relations. Too much interaction with the press. Huh? Fred donates to Brazilian charity. Charity of charity if it's private. How do you know that Fred donates to Brazilian charities? You don't know that at all. Someone like Harry Maguire or Greenwood or, I don't know, Luke Shaw. They don't do anything for charity, do they? The club does something collectively for charity, but these players could be giving up some of their money. Could easily do. Could easily be. Charity is charity if it's private. Public stunts are not charity. It's not a public stunt. How many times? You're making it out like Rashford has come to the newspaper and said, I'm going to donate food to children, and hasn't actually done it. It actually happened. It wasn't a dream. You weren't dreaming. Quintin Fortuna used to come every week to Waitrose, Chedler Holm, and donate around 10k every week to cancer donation. I never said he didn't. Exactly what I would have thought, that if Romero goes in January, Romero who had last game, and that'd be perfect for it. They don't give a toss about Romero, mate. You could tell we don't give a toss about Romero when we bloody gave Henderson 140 grand a week and we gave him 140 grand a week and said, you're being our number 2. Romeri's gone. They don't give a toss about him. They don't give a crap. He's gone. He's out the door. He'll either get sold or his contract will just run out. Alfred thinks he knows all about Manchester United players like he's friends with him. He doesn't. He clearly doesn't watch Manchester United games because he thinks Dan James is a brilliant final ball. I sit here and watch the games. What do you think? Do you think I'm sitting here just rambling on about football, watching a 2-hour fucking porno with me dick out under the table? What the fuck? I sit here and watch these bloody games, and I know what these players' abilities are. I'm not a football expert, but I can see when a player's got a final ball and when they haven't. And Dan James does not. Lee Grant to be third choice goalkeeper, I mean, that's what he is. Before charity stunt, Rashford tried Vogue stunt, a million other stunt to be on the headline. You're not a fool. Well, I don't know why. This is all just agendas that you're... I swear Dan James is a Manchester United flop. I don't think Dan James is Manchester United quality. He played well against Leeds because he's Lightning McQueen, he is speed, and Leeds play a very, very high line and we could get him behind. You can't play Dan James against someone like Leicester. Leicester don't hold a high line. They hold a mid-line and they're just going to run back and bloody counter. They're just going to counter him. I'd rather play Juan Mata who can pick a pass out than Dan James against Leicester. I watch the game and don't listen to YouTube or I judge myself. James' off-the-ball movement is amazing. I don't give a toss what he does about off-the-ball. My off-the-ball movement could be amazing. But once I get on the ball, I'm going to lose it. DB, hello, I've just joined. I was talking to my mates on Xbox, which is why I haven't joined. Will there be a career mode tonight? No, career mode's not back till tomorrow. We're doing Rocket League after the United game, but not career mode. It's too late to do career mode. It's too late. Got to get up early for the morning, and to be honest, I can't really be coming off the Xbox at 12. The Rocket League one won't be long. It'll be an hour and 20 max. The only good thing about Dan James is he has fast-paced on FIFA. That's the only good thing about this. The only thing he brings to the Manchester United squad. He doesn't bring the ability to pass. He doesn't bring the ability to bring in consistent crossing, and he can't cross consistently, can't pass consistently, can't shoot consistently. All he can do is run. He's not a defender, so he's not very physical and he can't defend. So he can't shoot, his dribbling isn't great, his crossing isn't great, passing isn't great, defending, he's not a defender. James, McTominay and Fred must start against Leicester. James will have left defensive midfielder and left back in pocket. Hold on a second, hold on. So Dan James, if he plays, will be playing on the left midfield. He won't be playing on the right, he'll be playing on the left if he plays. Because we play him on the left mid. Fernandez tees up just over the bar. Let's see. Hold on. So, against Leeds, Dan James played. Hold on. Dan James played. He played on the right. He played on the right-hand side. So he'd be up against the Leicester City left-back. He could also play on the left. And him and Rashford could swap. So, let's see. So, Leicester City, last Premier League game. Their fullbacks were Timothy Castagne and James Justin. So if he's playing on the left, he's going to be against Justin. If he's on the right, he's going to be against Castagne. Both those fullbacks are quick. They're quick players. Ndidi can get back. Tielemans can get back. If Dan James can't get in behind, he's going to bring absolutely fuck all. Now, Dan James is an impact sub against Leicester when they're tiring. Could be a good choice, but I would not be starting him. In fact, if he was fit, I would rather play Cavani at striker, which I don't think he will be. But I think he'd probably go with Martial. I think he might go with a Mata on the right. Probably Rashford on the left. And Martial up top. Bruno an attacking midfielder. He won't be bringing in all the others. He won't be doing anything else. You speak like you've been inspired by Goldbridge and Football Terrace. Why do you hate James? Because Goldbridge said so. James had Philip Reece James in his pocket. This is last season. Are you speaking about the 4-0 win against Chelsea? Justin can deliver crosses, so you've got to look out for them. We're fucked if bloody Leicester put in crosses, because we can't defend them. We're absolute crap. And I don't hate Daniel James. I never said I hate Daniel James. I just said apart from speed, he doesn't give us anything else. Because I've watched Dan James. I watched Dan James all of last season. He had about 2 games where he played all right. That was it. That was absolutely it. He didn't bring anything else because he just brings speed. He can't shoot. Apart from the first few games from last season, everything else about Dan James last season was average at very, very best. No, 0-0 draw against Chelsea. That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. If you want to play Dan James, that's fine. But the fullbacks of Leicester City are better. Man United have a slab at centre-back. We do have Harry Maguire at centre-back, and he needs another centre-back next to him. We won't be successful. The route to our success, Lindelof and centre-back, Lindelof and Maguire as a centre-back partnership, we will not win anything and will not go any further forward. That is the main root of the problem. Maguire can't defend. Maguire's made to look like an idiot because he's got a literal Swedish carbon copy of him next to him. And in fact, most of the times this season, Lindelof's been better. James gives width and eliminates right-backs and left-backs from games. Bruno scored against Leeds because there's no left-back in the because James did him. But the problem is you're not listening to what I'm saying. I've never said that Dan James can't get down the line and get past the fullback. What I've said is what he does with the ball after that is fucking inconsistent. It's crap. He can't cross and he can't pass. Why are you playing? You're playing a winger who can just get down the line. His crossing ability and his final ball is rubbish. I've never said that what Dan James is good at is not very good at doing. I've said he doesn't bring anything else. His final ball is rubbish. His final ball is crap. If Dan James was that good at a final ball, he'd be playing in this team. He'd be playing in this team. He'd be playing over Greenwood if he was that good. But he doesn't play over Greenwood, not because it's an English agenda. He plays over Greenwood because he's worse. Greenwood plays over Dan James because Greenwood's a better player. Can't believe Leicester got a total of 125 million from Maguire and Chilwell. Thomas Partey is 33 years old, not 27. Whatever YouTuber said is wrong. Sancho been bad this season for Dortmund. Partey is always injured for 50 million. Hold on. Hold on. You've just said that Thomas Partey is 33 years old and not 27. Thomas Partey is 27 years old. What the bloody hell are you on about? I'd loan out Dan James. I would as well. I'd see what he can do playing regular first team football. Because he's not going to get regular first team football at Manchester United. Rashford and Martial are coming on. I don't know what's happening. Well, Martial's clearly gone to the left. Hold on, let me make the changes. Hold on. Who's come off then? So Cavani's still up top. Van der Beek off. Pogba comes down here. Where's Martial? Here he is. Martial comes on. Greenwood's off. Rashi's on. Hold on, Everton on the break here. It won't be too slow. Everton are in control of this second half at the moment. Why is that not updated? There we go. Come on up to the Hotel California. Atletico fans sold 33-year-old man. He's from Ghana. He lied his age. He hid his age. Madrid sold him after they knew he was getting old. I'd also loan out Williams. I would as well. Alfred, who was born in 1973, makes him 27. He's from Africa and came to Spain with a fake passport. He was, oh, you know what, Alfred, mate? You know what? You're going in timeout, mate. I've had enough. I've had enough. I'm all for fan opinion, but when you, oh, bloody hell, we're in trouble here. Coleman's coming in. Oh, Calvert-Lewin's fucked it. Alfred's been timed out because he's saying things that I'm all for fan opinion, but he's trying to make up conspiracy theories, and we're not about that here. You know we're not about that. Bloody chatting shit. Piss off. He's offside anyway. Idiot. The twat. He'll be in his second account, probably. We'll just time out that one as well. I'll hide them if I have to. I don't want them here. You guys know I like to discuss football, but what he's taught, he's just chatting shit. He's not even... I'd loan out Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe came from loan. He had a good season at Aston Villa, but he's come back to us, and Cavani should be sent out. Loan out Alfred. I wouldn't be really loaning out Alfred. I'd be selling him for a bloody packet of biscuits. I'd probably keep Tuanzebe if he can stay fit. But I don't know if he can. Arsenal should have kept him, maybe. Loan out Fosu Mensah. I don't know. I just don't know what Fosu Mensah brings to the club, really. He's a utility player, but we've got bloody so many of them. Did you ban Alfred? I put him on a timeout. Because I'm all for fan opinion, but the moment you start talking about conspiracy theories or something like that, then I'm just not going to have that here. You know, he's just talking crap. He's just pissing me off. I'm here to discuss football, not Rashford or press agendas. Why doesn't Big Ted and Mengi play? Best centre-back in the world. He's not really had a look in at Manchester United. I don't know if he's even playing any games for the under-23s or under-21s. I presume he is doing. I think he's named in the name squad, so he could do, but I don't think he's got a look in at the moment. This game could go to penalties here. I don't think it will do. I think someone's going to get a goal. And at the moment, I feel like it could be Everton. And as I've said, I won't be hugely, pissed off if we lose this. It's only the Carabao Cup. Big club mentality. Don't really care about the Carabao Cup. If you win it, you win it. If you don't, let's go for something else. Let's get Champions League football and go again next season. Attract 3 or 4 signings over this coming transfer window and the next one. Get the players we need and go again next season. If we can close the gap to Liverpool and get top 4 this season, it's been a successful season. If we can all win an FA Cup or Europa League, great. But if we can't, I'm not overly bothered. I said it. You did say it go to penalties, yeah. And it could do. 6 likes on the video right now. Very good. 7 people watching live. Remember, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. Giveaway coming tomorrow. I'll have to prepare the... I do finish early tomorrow, so I'll be... If United were to sign a Championship player, who would you want? Oh, I don't know. I don't really know any Championship players. Who's any good in the Championship? I'm not too sure. I don't want Championship players. I don't want Championship players. The reality is, if we sign another Championship player, it could be another bloody Dan James. It could be... Signing Championship players are a risk. How many top 6 clubs do you know that are going to sign a Championship player? Have I ever played GTA San Andreas? I wasn't allowed to play violent games that young. João Pedro, he's not even in the Championship. But no, I don't want to sign any Championship players. I don't want to sign any bench players. I want players that are going to play for the first team. Probably Sarr, being realistic. Sarr's decent. Josh Windass. Ben Foster. Don't need a second goalkeeper. We've got one who's incredibly overpaid already. And if he wasn't here, we still got Romero. Yes, João Pedro does. He's a sub for Watford. Okay. I just came back, had the match going. It's 0-0. We're not as dumb. We're not pressing them as much as we were in the first 15, 20 minutes. We're making mistakes. They're getting tired. Good tackle from Pogba. Rashford going forward now. This is the thing. Cavani's playing wide at the moment. Everton are playing better on the press than us at the moment. Why don't I play Ultimate Team anymore? Because it's just too pay to win. You can't enjoy it. You can't play Ultimate Team casually and enjoy it. Oh, good ball in there from Anthony Martial. No one on the end of it. With Ultimate Team, you can't play it like I used to, playing 1 or 2 hours a night or a couple of hours a week. You just can't play it like that anymore. You've either got to commit bloody every spare hour of your day to play it, or spend money on it. I'm not spending money on the game anymore. Not spending money on FIFA points. You don't get anything from it. You don't get anything from it. You can't use any of the nice players they bring out because they're either too much of a grind to get. And even the trading. I've spent 3 years trading. It's too much for me now. It's too much. I want to enjoy some other games, do some other things. I wouldn't have any time for doing Manchester United watch-alongs if I was playing Ultimate Team properly. You just can't do it. Every game you play against the same crappy bloody teams with bloody Varane and Mendy. It just pisses me off. Pisses me off no end. This has been a bit dead this second half. What do you mean trading? I never used to get my coins by actually buying packs on Ultimate Team. I used to get my coins from Ultimate Team by trading with the market. Investing, flipping, all stuff like that. And I used to pay £10 a month for a trading group who would essentially have... It's a group of people who all know how to trade and they tell you what to buy and when to sell it. And there's so many words. And that's how I made all my coins. That's how I had the sick teams. I didn't have the sick teams by merit. I exploited the game and got them illegitimately. Might as well switch to Rocket League now. We'll stick out to the end. It could be a penalty shootout. How do you trade with the market? I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole other story. That's a whole other story. I haven't traded in the market for about 3 months, so I don't know what's good and what isn't at the moment. My favourite trading method was always bidding on players bidding on a load of players and selling them for more. 200-300 coin profit from each card. The coins soon mount up. They've ruined the league SBCs. They've ruined SBCs in general because they make them too grindy. And even there's just too much to do. There's too much for me to do and too little time to do it. I love a good penalty shootout. This United team haven't really played any penalty shootouts. I don't know how good we are at them. Anything like England. Both goalkeepers really the second half have had nothing to do. We should have scored at the start of this game. We should have taken opportunities and scored at the start of the game. Popper brought down. We'll have a free kick on the edge of the box. So you paid £50 for basically career mode. More than 50. I paid for the best edition to get the game early, so I would have paid £71.99. No, £82.99 for career mode. But I didn't know that I played Ultimate Team for 3 weeks. After that, I was just like, you know what? I can't deal with this anymore. I just wasn't enjoying playing it, and I'm not going to play a game for the sake of YouTube, which doesn't actually earn me money, if I don't enjoy it. I want to do things that I enjoy. I enjoy career mode. I do enjoy doing watch longs. And that's what I enjoy doing. I think Tellez could be on this one. I don't think he's going to score it though. Well over. Donkey. Leaning back, not leaning forward, idiot. Go against squad battles, and you're basically just playing Ultimate Team offline. That's no good, is it? You're basically just playing career mode, but with your Ultimate Team. And your career mode you can play for something that's actually worth it. What do you get from playing squad battles? A few coins and a few crappy packs. Not for me. There's no point playing Ultimate Team if you're just going to play it for squad battles. What game are you going to do now because the Visage is over? I don't know. We'll have a think about it in the new year. We're doing Rocket League at the moment, which is filling in for it, but I don't know if there's a game that we'll actually go through and play yet. I'll have to have a look. I wanted to do Visage. I liked Visage. It's a good game, but I don't know why it's broken. I think it's generally broken because I did them in the wrong order. But I'm not going back through and doing that bloody chapter 3 again. That was fucking... That was bloody the dog's bollocks. I hated that chapter. Here's Pogba. Tellez, awful ball in. Bloody hell. Another horror game. I've played both Outlast. It wouldn't be the same. I know what happens in them. I've watched so much Outlast. There'd be no point in me playing it. If you can afford it, you should do Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Luke Shaw's coming on. Why the bloody hell is Luke Shaw coming on? We're chasing the game and bloody Luke Shaw's coming on. In FIFA 18, I got 170k just from playing squad battles. But that's not going to get you anything in FIFA 20, is it? You still can't even get Varane or bloody Mendy for that. I did a full English team, but I play with... I don't play Ultimate Team. If I'm going to play Ultimate Team, I want the best cards. And you can't get the best cards without playing online and doing FUT champs. I don't want to play bloody 30 games in a weekend. Bruno, here he goes. Here's Cavani. Oh, bloody hell. This is going to go pens. It really is going to go penalties, isn't it? When Maradona died, people sold him for 3 times more. Yep. Luke Shaw's on for Tellez. I don't know why we're bringing him on. Tellez isn't injured, and we're bringing on a bloody another defender when we're chasing the game. When we've got, hold on, who have we got? Hold on. Here we go. So on the bench, we've could have brought on Jesse Lingard, and we bring on Luke Shaw. What is he doing? That's why I think sometimes, is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer the right man to bring us forward when you make subs like that? You're chasing the game and you're changing your left back. Tellez is the attacking left back, and you brought on the defensive one. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. Sorry, Ollie, mate. I don't understand your reasoning for that. Let's get that off. Where's Luke Shaw? Here he is. Bay, good defending there. Maguire mistake, being sloppy again. What a surprise. My team's worth 1.1 million. Bring on Lingard. I would have brought on Lingard. I would have brought on Lingard for someone like Bruno or something. Talking to Bruno, slips in Martial, and he's made an absolute pig's ear of it. Tripped over himself. I got really lucky on premium gold packs and got KDB and Varane being open in 10 packs. Sign Akim Fenwa. We're not signing Akim Fenwa. What an idiot, Martial there. Trips over himself. It won't be on the ball. Crosses. Sigurdsson was going for it. Now he's on the floor. But Akinfenwa is the GOAT. Akinfenwa's not the greatest of all time. Things might be bad, but we don't need bloody Akinfenwa. He can't even perform in the Championship. Why would I have him in the Premier League? He'd be more likely to go to bloody Liverpool. Play him over Firmino. Akinfenwa loves Jurgen Klopp. Cavani shoots, scores! Cavani scores for Manchester United, makes it 1-0. Have some of that, United haters. Suck on Cavani's big Uruguayan cock. Yeah, he's a bloody beast. Cavani, what a bloody strike from Edinson Cavani there. That's your world-class number one. That's your world-class striker. Roy Keane saying, come on, come on. Whatever, Cavani. What a strike from Edinson Cavani that was. Lindelof with the long board. That wasn't Lindelof. That was Maguire, not Lindelof. Martial. Good pass there from Martial. And a lovely finish from the Uruguayan. Olsen's got no chance. That was FIFA-esque. Left foot Cavani. What a strike from Cavani. Cavani is old. Doesn't matter. Ronaldo's old. You'd still take him at Liverpool, wouldn't you? You still take... Class is permanent. Fitness is what degrades when you're an old player. Ronaldo can still play at top level. Why can't Cavani? Ronaldo's what, 36? Cavani's 3 years younger than that. Let me update the score. Hold on. Score is updated. Should be. Yep, there we go. Twanzebe brings down Bernard on the edge of the box. What are you doing? He's got a yellow card. Idiot. Superior man scored. Wish we had a superior attacker since 2015. Martial and... He was offside. He wasn't offside. What the hell are you on about? And superior man scored. Wish we had superior attacker since 2015. I mean, we didn't really have... So where was our superior attackers in 2014? Ronaldo had not fit in Liverpool's defensive strikers. Unless he wants to be a defensive striker. No, I'm not, you take him at Liverpool. If... Based on just... Take away Liverpool's style of play... offside, but no VAR, so will count. Well, there we go then. You know what? Sometimes you need a little bit of luck. Sometimes you need a little bit of luck. And that's what football be like without VAR. That's what football be like without VAR. Look at Ancelotti, absolutely fuming. Doesn't take away from the finish. The finish was still brilliant. I don't give a toss if it's offside. You know what? I don't give a shit. It's still scored. We still win. And the only reason you're moaning is because you don't want Manchester United to succeed. You hate. United are probably the most hated team in England. Martial was nearly in there. Could have another here. How many minutes added time have we got? Not many, I don't think. That's what everyone will say now. That's what everyone will say. Disregard the whole performance from Manchester United. The whole game will be tainted with, you shouldn't have won, it was offside. It was offside. You're an absolute joke. You're too lucky. Up yours. Martial going forward again. To Rashi. Rashford shoots. Good block from... I think that's Holgate. No, it was Ben Godfrey. Martial had a goal opportunity before Cavani scored and he fell over. Exact City, Rashford's golden chance and he missed. No, you can't... You can feed... You can feed a striker opportunities. A striker will not put away every opportunity you put on the plate. The only reason why some of these players that you see are, notoriously see them scoring more goals is because they give them a lot of VAR. Chester United, there's no VAR in the Carabao Cup, so you can't use that. Martial has missed his opportunities. His confidence isn't there. If you were in the stream when I was there, I said, when Martial missed the opportunity, I said, Martial, you're an idiot, and I bashed the desk in anger. Doesn't mean he's missed one chance. No VAR available, Chester United. Okay, whatever. Liverpool. Arsenal. Look at you. Look at Everton now. They're playing with no defenders. There's no defence. Look at Cavani. Look at bloody Maguire getting bullied by bloody Calvert-Lewin. Twanzebe, bloody mark. Good defending, Twanzebe. Corner. Bloody hell. No, not a corner now. Oh, shit. Everton swing the ball in. Henderson, good. Good from Henderson there. Command in the box. Gets the ball. That's what you like to see. France won the World Cup by removing Martial from squad. Complete boycott. Hold on. Hold on. So, in the final of the World Cup, they had Griezmann, Mbappe, Giroud. Those three players were in better form than Martial was in 2018. Martial barely played any football in 2018. Who's been booked now? Luke Shaw. Bloody hell, we've had about 5 yellow cards in the last 10 minutes. Is that how we're going to end the game? Just fouling the fuck out of people? If Giroud is ahead of you in the World Cup, you know something is wrong. Giroud is actually not a bad player. Matic going forward now. Here's Bruno. Ah! The pass was there to Rashford, you selfish cock. He was literally right to your left. Rashford was through. And he went for the glory. What's he doing? Went for the bloody glory, you twat. Play it simple. Play it simple. You don't need to go for glory. Play it simple. Here we go again. Here's Rashford now. Rashford. Feed Cavani. Back to Rashford. Good save, Olsen. But it was right at him. Rashford is poor. Well, that was a poor shot. That was a poor shot. Everton come forward now. Godfrey over to... Who's that? I don't know who that is. Matic, good defending. Martial goes forward now. Rashford. Plays in Martial. And Martial makes it 2-0. Up yours, Anthony Martial haters. What a finish. A lovely tidy play there from Martial. 2-0 to Manchester United. Suck a dick. Suck a dick. Suck a dick. We're on a roll and you can't fucking stop us. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. I want just a good time. So give me a go. Don't stop because I'm having a good time. Having a good time. Superstar Martial scores. And Rashford. Up yours, Alfred. He gotta go. Andre Areola, my goalkeeper and Div rivals, just gave away 4 pens. Leanne. Oh, don't forget, we're still getting relegated. Where was Martial's confidence? It was right there. He slotted that away quite nicely, didn't he? But strikers need chances to get confidence, to get goals. We give Martial chances, he'll score. Ear rape, I don't give a toss. Lamau in last second when Everton is in the attack. Cavani won us this game. Watch this get if that gets copyrighted, that's a that's a credit to my singing. But is there really any point changing the score? Not really. There isn't really, but I'll update it anyway. There we go. That was a good performance from United, I think. That was a very good performance. That was a good show. That was a good show from United there. A good showing. Rocket League now. Hold on, Nabon, mate. Hold on. Bloody hell, hold your horses. Pickford wasn't even in goal. Shut up, it was last second. Everton attack. Lamau. Rashford, Martial, poor players. Alfred, mate, you know what? It was nice having you here. But I think you're wrong. I generally think if you think that Martial and Rashford are the problem to Manchester United, you're not watching the same Manchester United I am. That was a cracking game for Manchester United. And Martial and Rashford both played a part to that. I don't care if we score in the 5th minute or the 95th minute. We scored a goal. I'm happy that we scored a goal. We've scored a goal and you're complaining. Why are you doing that? We've won the game and you're still going to complain that Martial and Rashford are the problem for our players. They're the problem. We won't go any further forward with Rashford and Martial. Be happy that we got the win. We're in another cup semi-final. We could get to a cup final. Could get to Ollie's first. Could win a fucking cup competition. Sad to see Jesse Lingard not on the pitch, but, you know, I'm sure he'll get his chance. Cavani won, but PR will print Martial. Okay, whatever. Let's play Rocket League. Okay, we're going to end the watch-along here then. Who's still in the competition? Brentford, City, Tottenham and United. Ben Foster made a video, react to it. When's the draw? I don't know. 2-1 Heat. I don't know what Heat Seeker is. We scored when we don't need to score. It won't make a difference. Spurs are going to smash you lot. We don't even know what the semi-final is draw yet. Lingard is another arsehole. Well, Alfred, mate, I'm going. We'll be back on Rocket League. Give me 5 minutes and I'll load the stream up. Peace out.